39th video on Excel. In this video, we'll do another case study to explore this payment failure data for some hypothetical organization, and this data set is generated using Python. And whenever you get a chance to actually look into any similar kind of data set in your organization, you will encounter these kind of columns. One it would be user ID, then error type, the date on which the customer experienced that payment failure, and we may have a flag whether that is a new customer or a old customer. So new customer would be someone who is making the payment for the first time. The old would be someone who has already made a successful payment earlier. Now here in this data set, you may have some open questions that you want to answer. So first of all, we may want to see that this the transaction failure that we have observed here, and whether it is whether new customer is facing more of this or the old customer they are experiencing more of this. So to do any such kind of analysis where we are doing summarizing the data set, we can create pivots, or if you want to just keep this data side by side and we just want to write some formula, we can use group by as well. So let's explore this group by function. So I've already written the formula here. I'll be using it in this cell and I'll paste this. So once I do this, I get something like this. So new customer, 410 of the new customers have experienced payment failure, while for old customer 590 of them have experienced this payment failure. Now in this data set it looks like that old customer for this date range, for this period, they have experienced more uh, payment failures. So we can have some hypothesis around this, and we can check with the customers, and we can do some fixes on the website as well. Okay, so how this function is working here, let's get into that as well. So if you see group by, the first argument is on which column do we want to do this group by. So which column do we want to put it in the rows. So we want customer flag, and the second one is the column from which we want to uh, get the values. So we want to get the values from column A, user ID, because we want count, and this is the third argument, count A. So we want to actually have the counts here, and the last one, which is this 3, is actually uh, it gives us the headers at the top. And more details you can actually look into the group by video, but yeah, once we do that, we get this summary, and from here we do see that old customers, they are experiencing more failures in this particular period or in this randomly generated data set. Now the next thing that we can check is what kind of errors these customers are experiencing. So what is the distribution by the error type? So is there any specific error which is quite prevalent? So let's see. So again, we are doing the same thing. We are using this group by, we are using column C, we are grouping the data on this, then we are using column A and getting the count with the headers at the top. So here we can see that, yes, here we can see that these two are very much prevalent, the bank declining the payment or the card expiry, that being the reason. Now the card expiry, we can have a hypothesis that maybe our old customers, they have saved some card details which has expired now, so maybe they are experiencing this payment failures. So we can have some hypothesis like that, which you can check with the data. But again, this is a randomly generated data set, so the result may not be relevant for any particular business. But yeah, in your scenario, when you are actually exploring the real data set, these results will give you some definite idea to look into and improve the customer experience. So yes, we can see that bank declined, card expired, they are two important reasons here. And then we do have this insufficient fund as well, so maybe card limit has already reached and then we are trying to make another payment. Fraud suspected, the bank algorithm suspected a fraudulent transaction and then they blocked that, and a few other reasons are also here. Now we have these two variables and we do want to see that new or old customer, how these distribution look like for these two set of customers. So here we can use the pivot function as well. Now again, it's we can all do it all using by creating pivots, but here using the pivot formula also we can achieve the same result. And so we'll copy this formula and we'll just put it in this cell. You see, this is how the result look like. And we'll just quickly go through the arguments here. The first one is which column we want to put in the row, which is C, error type. The second one is which column we want to put it in column, which is customer flag, new or old. And the third argument is what do we want to use to get the values. So we want to use column A, and the fourth one is which function do we want to use to do the calculation. And again, 3 is to get all these headers. So details are there in the video where we have gone through this pivot by function in details. But yeah, once you look at the results here, you see that old customer, they are experiencing more of card expire and bank decline. So here also it's giving us some indication that yeah, maybe they are using, or maybe their saved cards are no longer valid and any payment through that expired card is leading to some declines. But yeah, other reasons are also prevalent here, bank decline and then fraud suspected. And in all these scenarios, actually the old customers, they are experiencing more failures as compared to the new customers. Yeah, so we can explore the data in detail, we can look for these reasons, we can do summarize the data to answer some these kind of questions, and we can present these insights to our business team, to the tech team, to do some fixes on the website so that the customer experience improves. That is how we can use our analytics to make some impactful change. So I hope you do like this video and do subscribe my channel, like this video and share it amongst your friends. See you in the next video. Thank you.